In the natural world, the outcome of a hunt is sometimes decided before the prey even realizes that danger is imminent. The predator watches patiently, closes the distance, and strikes at the precise moment, while the prey has mere seconds to fight back and find a way to survive. So, when the predatory instinct clashes head-on with the instinct for survival, what truly determines the victor? In the savannas and open woodlands of East and Southern Africa, giraffes roam between trees in search of leaves, shoots, flowers, and fruit. An average adult stands 4.3 to 5.7 meters tall. Their long necks allow them to reach high-up foliage, while powerful legs enable them to reach speeds of 50 to 60 kilometers per hour in short bursts. When threatened, a kick from either their front or hind legs can inflict serious injury, making early detection of danger their most vital defensive advantage. This advantage diminishes when a giraffe lowers its head to drink, forcing it to lower its line of sight. Nearby, a lion spots the prey, crouching low in the grass to stalk and close the distance. Thanks to their padded paws, they move silently. By the time the giraffe lifts its head and senses danger, the gap has already narrowed. It immediately bolts, sparking a chase where the slightest misstep could alter the outcome. Long strides allow the giraffe to accelerate rapidly, yet the pride stays close, splitting up to flank it. When one lion closes in from behind, the giraffe delivers a powerful kick, forcing the attacker to dodge and creating a brief opening to widen the gap. However, another lion immediately latches onto its hind leg. The giraffe struggles and shifts direction to maintain its balance, but the sustained pressure disrupts its stride, causing it to gradually lose control. As the giraffe loses its balance and falls, the lions instantly swarm in to prevent it from rising, sealing the hunt with a victory for the pride. Facing such tall, swift, and dangerous prey, the lions rely on more than just brute strength. They observe, approach strategically, and coordinate seamlessly, effectively subduing the prey while conserving energy and minimizing the risk of injury. A healthy zebra can live for about 20 to 25 years in the wild, provided it survives disease, food scarcity, injury, and the constant threat of predators. Across the savannas and grasslands of East and Southern Africa, they typically live in herds, relying on keen sight, sharp hearing, and powerful kicks to boost their chances of survival. Yet, a single moment of inattention can cause that margin of safety to vanish instantly. A lion, lying low in the grass, immediately spots this opening. It watches patiently, selects a target, and suddenly accelerates, scattering the herd in various directions. The prey repeatedly changes course and lashes out with its hind legs, forcing the lion to dodge. But the predator quickly adjusts its position and continues to close the gap. Once within range, the lion lunges, using its claws and sheer physical power to disrupt the zebra's stride. The prey kicks and struggles fiercely at times, forcing the lion to alter its approach, yet the pressure remains relentless. When the zebra loses its balance, the lion swiftly subdues it, securing a vital source of nutrition for the pride and its cubs. This successful hunt is the result of the lion's keen observation, patience, precise timing, and explosive power during the attack. As apex predators of the African savanna, lions help regulate herbivore populations and shape the ecosystem structure. For the lion, hunting not only sustains the pride, but also plays a crucial role in maintaining the natural balance of the savanna. Impala are well adapted to the transitional zones between savannas, grasslands, and open woodlands in East and Southern Africa. They live in herds, flexibly switching between grazing on grass and browsing on leaves and shoots, while relying on their sight, hearing, and group alarm signals to detect danger. Yet, when many individuals congregate to feed, a single moment of inattention can create an opportunity for a predator watching silently from nearby. A leopard seizes this chance from its vantage point above. Watching the herd move, it descends from the tree, lowers its body, and slinks quietly through the brush until it is close enough to strike. When it suddenly lunges, the impala instantly leaps sideways, accelerating and changing direction repeatedly to create a temporary gap. However, the leopard quickly gives chase, closing the distance and pouncing before the prey can re-establish a safe margin. That gap vanishes as the leopard clamps down with its claws. Combining this grip with its body weight, it throws the impala off balance before delivering a decisive bite, ending the hunt with a victory for the predator. Its success stems not from a long pursuit, but from keen observation, a stealthy approach, rapid reactions, and a precise, close-range attack. The warthog does not look like easy prey. Its low, sturdy build, curved tusks, and habit of kneeling on its wrists to forage for grass, roots, and tubers make it well adapted to the savannas, grasslands, and open woodlands of sub-Saharan Africa. During the day, they tend to stay near their burrows, as retreating to the safety of the den is often the primary survival strategy when danger strikes. A leopard had silently anticipated this very behavior. Positioning itself near the burrow entrance, the cat waited patiently for the warthog to venture far enough out before suddenly lunging to cut off its escape route. The warthog squealed loudly, twisting its body violently to shove the attacker aside and force its way back toward the burrow. At one point, a gap seemed to open up, but the leopard instantly latched back on, refusing to let the advantage slip away. Having secured the upper hand, the leopard pinned its prey with its forelegs and maintained a firm grip on the neck until the struggle finally ceased. The hunt ended in victory for the leopard, thanks to its keen observation, explosive bursts of speed, agility, and sheer strength in subduing the prey. For a solitary predator, understanding the target's habits and effectively blocking its escape path can be far more important than a high-speed chase. After a successful hunt, cheetahs must often eat quickly before competitors discover their kill. On the African savannas and grasslands, hyenas are formidable rivals, thanks to their robust bodies, powerful jaws, and ability to capitalize on available food sources. Consequently, for a cheetah, holding on to the prize can be just as challenging as the hunt itself. This challenge arises when a hyena advances directly toward a feeding cheetah. The cheetah immediately looks up and retreats slightly to maintain distance, while the hyena closes in without slowing down. Faced with mounting pressure, the cheetah must choose between defending the entire kill and avoiding a potentially injurious confrontation. Ultimately, it prioritizes safety over the remaining meal. That choice determines the outcome. Instead of fighting, the cheetah yields part of the kill to the hyena and backs away. For a predator that relies on speed, avoiding injury preserves its hunting ability, whereas the hyena leverages its strength and boldness to gain the upper hand. In the wild, aggression is not always the right move. Survival favors those who prioritize safety, as no species is absolutely invincible. For the ostrich, survival hinges largely on detecting danger from afar. Across Africa's savannas, grasslands, and semi-arid regions, keen eyesight and long legs allow them to survey the landscape and move efficiently. Ostriches can reach top speeds of around 70 kilometers per hour. Powerful kicks serve as a last line of defense when running is no longer an option, provided a safe distance can be maintained. That distance narrows abruptly when cheetahs, previously concealed low in the grass, suddenly surge forward. The ostrich instantly bolts, lengthening its stride and constantly changing direction. A powerful kick forces the closest pursuer to veer aside, giving the prey a momentary gap. Yet this advantage lasts only seconds. The cheetahs quickly adjust their course, close the gap again, and turn the chase into a high-stakes struggle at extremely close quarters. At this range, a single misstep can alter the outcome. One cheetah lunges, throwing the ostrich off balance and allowing the others to quickly subdue the prey. Victory goes to the cheetahs, achieved not merely through speed, but through the ability to close the gap, react swiftly, and coordinate their actions with perfect timing. Success comes from knowing exactly when to unleash that speed. For For the wildebeest herds of the Serengeti Mara ecosystem, seasonal migrations provide access to fresh pastures and the water essential for the herd's survival. Living in large numbers allows many individuals to keep watch and detect danger. However, the journey sometimes forces them to cross rivers, places where the herd's collective advantage diminishes significantly. That advantage vanishes the moment the wildebeest enter the water, as their formation stretches and cohesion breaks down. Beneath the surface, the crocodile lies nearly motionless, revealing only its eyes to observe and select a target. When an individual lags behind in the current, the predator lunges, locking onto its prey with powerful jaws. The wildebeest struggles, attempting to reach the bank, but the more it fights, the more the advantage shifts decisively to the submerged crocodile. Success hinges on the crocodile's aquatic dominance. It grips the prey, drags it away from the escape route, and subdues it until it can no longer resist. Victory is achieved through patience, stealth, target selection, and a precise strike at a vulnerable point. Thus, river crossings serve not only as a survival challenge for the wildebeest, but also as a setting where crocodiles perfect their ambush tactics, maintaining the predator-prey balance. Each hunt demonstrates that predators rely not only on strength, but also on powers of observation, patience, precise timing, and environmental adaptability. Every species employs its own strategies to approach and subdue prey while conserving energy. These encounters help regulate populations and maintain ecological balance. In the natural world, success belongs to those who know how to leverage their advantages at the right moment. The moment the distance between two individuals narrows, a confrontation can erupt without warning. A single movement or a subtle shift can upset the balance, steering the situation in an entirely different direction. When such encounters unfold in the wild, what truly determines which side maintains the upper hand until the very end? In the swamps and humid forests of the southeastern United States, such as Florida and Georgia, many snake species inhabit murky waters and dense vegetation. They lie in wait, signaling warnings by vibrating their tails or rearing up, and strike only when cornered. This behavior exerts tight control over the immediate area, creating a stable threat zone that forces the mongoose to adjust its approach. Upon entering this threat zone, the mongoose does not close in immediately, but maintains its distance while constantly shifting its angle of approach. It moves in a stop-and-go rhythm, advancing, pausing, and changing direction, forcing the snake to pivot and inadvertently expose an opening for attack. As the snake's pivoting slows and the gap narrows, its defensive posture begins to falter. Capitalizing on this lapse in rhythm, the mongoose makes brief, rapid dashes to the edge of the danger zone before darting back, repeating the maneuver to disrupt the snake's reactions. After this series of probes, the decisive strike targets the snake's head, interrupting and preventing any counterattack. Following the killing blow, the action subsides and distance is quickly re-established. In an environment where visibility is limited, the rhythm and angle of approach dictate the entire encounter. In the balance of survival, victory belongs to the one that seizes the decisive moment. Across North America, bears inhabit diverse environments ranging from dense forests and mountains to tundra and riverbanks, typically favoring areas with varied food sources and minimal human presence. Their excellent memory allows them to revisit seasonal feeding grounds. While they generally avoid conflict, any encroachment on territory or food sources instantly shifts the dynamic between two individuals into a state of high alert. Tension mounts, forcing each bear to weigh its next move. Amidst this rising tension, two brown bears confront one another, issuing low-frequency warning signals while maneuvering to hold their ground. When neither side retreats, they close the distance, engaging in brief bursts of contact, shoving and grappling to test each other's strength. The confrontation intensifies with rapid cycles of engagement and disengagement, with the pressure escalating at every approach. Following this series of skirmishes, both bears slow down and pull apart. Neither is defeated, and distance is restored as each chooses to leave the area. As the tension subsides, the balance of survival favors the bear that maintained pressure yet knew exactly when to stop. Across the vast, open grasslands of Africa, lions utilize their long-range vision to survey and command their surroundings. They do not attack haphazardly. Instead, they time their moves based on distance and the target's state. This instinct conserves energy, yet venturing beyond familiar territory challenges that control and introduces mounting risks. It is in this open expanse that a lone lioness finds herself quickly entering the territory of a hyena clan, eschewing a head-on assault. The hyenas maintain their distance, repeatedly closing in from multiple angles before pulling back to sustain pressure. When an opening arises, they surge forward, forcing the lioness to pivot constantly as her vulnerability becomes apparent. Under this mounting pressure, the situation rapidly escalates from harassment to direct confrontation. The lioness holds her ground, attempting to create space to escape. But the multi-directional assault makes maintaining control difficult. Just then, a pride of lions appears and advances, forcing the hyenas to retreat step by step, instantly turning the tide of the battle. As the momentum shifts, the gap between the two sides widens once more. In open terrain, sheer numbers and coordination can alter the outcome in mere seconds. In the struggle for survival, victory belongs to the side that maintains control at the decisive moment. Along major rivers like the Nile and the Zambezi, hippos spend their days submerged to regulate their body temperature and patrol the boundary between land and water. This is a sensitive zone. Each individual maintains a distinct position while remaining constantly vigilant. Their aggressive and unpredictable nature triggers an almost instantaneous reaction to any intrusion. Thus, the mere approach of another individual is enough to shatter the status quo and thrust that hippo into the center of an imminent conflict. Once the confrontation begins, the two males face off, gaping their massive jaws in a display of threat while maintaining close proximity. Neither side backs down. Both surge forward, using their jaws and massive bodies to ram and shove. The engagement unfolds in a repeating cycle of advancing, pausing, and pressing, forcing the opponent to constantly adjust their position as the pressure mounts with every clash. Eventually, the tension reaches a breaking point and the stalemate shifts. One individual falters, retreating step by step under the relentless pressure. Once the standoff is broken, it turns and leaves the area, ceding the territory to its rival. As the tension subsides, the balance of survival tips in favor of the one that successfully maintained the pressure at the decisive moment. Along the rivers and freshwater swamps of Africa, hippos often submerge themselves to escape the heat. An adult weighs between 3,000 and over 7,000 pounds, boasting a massive frame, wide-opening jaws, and immense bite force. Calm yet vigilant, they stay near the water's edge, monitoring their surroundings so that any approach is easily detected. Capitalizing on this, a lioness observes from a distance, adjusting her path while maintaining a safe gap. As the hippo rests, she lowers her body, creeps closer step by step, and then suddenly accelerates to close the distance. As the gap narrows, the hippo turns to face the threat and charges, using its massive bulk to exert pressure and forcing a confrontation at the point of contact. A counterattack follows instantly. The hippo's gaping jaws clamp onto the lioness's head, shaking her violently and causing her to lose her footing. She breaks free and retreats quickly to safety. Clearly dazed, the hippo holds its ground, and the hunt ends in evident failure, demonstrating that the balance of survival tips in favor of the one who controls the timing. Across the semi-arid savannas of Kenya, African elephants roam in herds, exerting a profound influence on their environment. They topple trees to expand grasslands and dig for water, helping other species survive. While generally calm and non-aggressive, their behavior can shift rapidly when provoked. A mere gap between two individuals can quickly escalate into a confrontation. As that distance closes, two mature bull elephants approach and hold their ground momentarily. When neither side backs down, they charge at one another, locking tusks head-on. They relentlessly push and grapple, jockeying for position to gain an advantage as the pressure mounts on each side. Under this sustained pressure, a disparity begins to emerge. The younger elephant slows down, retreating step by step against the relentless force, finally yielding the ground. He turns and walks away from the confrontation, leaving the spot to the larger elephant. The clash ends without serious injury. In the harsh lands of Africa, where life is constantly challenged, every encounter can turn into a life-or-death confrontation in seconds. The honey badger stands out for its audacity and rare reckless instincts. Despite its small size, it readily approaches dangers that many other species avoid. What allows this solitary animal to always face peril and still maintain an advantage? The honey badger lives primarily in the savanna, dry forests and semi-deserts of Africa, harsh, hot, and deprived environments. Food is scarce, water sources are unreliable, and enemies lurk constantly. It digs deep burrows for shelter, roaming day and night hunting for prey. From insects and birds to venomous snakes, its environment leaves no room for weakness, only adaptation, tenacity, and survival at all costs. The honey badger's intelligence lies not in complexity, but in practical effectiveness. It knows how to dig and destroy beehives to obtain honey, avoid venom when hunting snakes, and remember food sources. It can even cooperate with guide birds to find beehives. This is a type of flexible intelligence, daring to try, taking risks, and always finding ways to solve problems in harsh conditions. Snakes are distributed almost worldwide, except for Antarctica and the coldest polar regions. In Africa, the number of species is very diverse, including many venomous species. In Southeast Asia and India, king cobras mainly live in humid tropical forests with thick foliage and high coverage. In these environments, they often hide under layers of dry leaves, waiting and observing movements around them, where approaches occur at very close range. Beneath the dry leaves, a subtle signal caused the honey badger to change direction and approach immediately. It kept its body low and moved in short. Quick steps. The distance rapidly closed before the snake could leave its position. When its presence became apparent, the snake immediately launched a series of bites in self-defense, pushing the situation into a direct confrontation. Upon direct confrontation, the honey badger's thick skin prevented it from stalling at close range. It controlled its head and maintained tight pressure. The snake tried to escape but couldn't hold its position. After a few seconds, it was subdued and became its meal. This result demonstrates how the ability to detect, control distance, and react at the right moment determined the entire outcome. Along the savannas and open woodlands of Africa, pythons often follow rivers, lakes, and swamps, hiding in bushes, burrows, or tree stumps. African rock pythons live in the savanna but still closely follow water sources to maintain an ambush advantage. Their concealed location combined with short distances allows them to silently track their target, ready for a surprise close approach. Taking advantage of the very faint signs around the water's edge, the honey badger moves around the perimeter, sniffing and changing direction constantly. It doesn't advance straight ahead but maintains distance, observing before closing in short bursts. When the python reaches out, the honey badger shifts to the side and reacts immediately, disrupting the approach and forcing its opponent to change position. Once the position changes, the honey badger maintains close proximity and pressure. The python tries to keep its distance but fails to gain an advantage. In a short time, the direction of movement reverses and the python withdraws from the area, ending the encounter. Throughout the savanna, woodlands, and semi-deserts of Africa, leopards have a wide and versatile range. In the Serengeti, they often hunt antelope, utilizing the bushy and rocky terrain to approach at close range. Their adaptability to diverse environments allows them to silently track their targets, ready for quick and precise approaches. On a rocky, thorny slope, the honey badger spotted its companion being subdued by a leopard. Without hesitation, it changed course, hurtling down the slope and closing in quickly. While the leopard was still focused, the honey badger accelerated, continuously applying pressure and forcing its opponent to switch to defense. Caught off guard, the leopard was forced to release its prey and retreat. The two observed each other for a few seconds, but the honey badger maintained its position ahead of its companion. After a brief moment of consideration, the leopard left the area, The advantage now belonged entirely to the honey badger. Throughout the sub-Saharan African savanna, hyenas are abundant, particularly in the Serengeti, where they live in large packs and follow migrating antelope herds. They hunt year-round through coordination and observation. With their high intelligence, hyenas can split into groups, distract, and adjust their behavior. Therefore, any unusual signs are quickly detected, prompting a thorough investigation. The moment the unusual sign appeared, the honey badger moved to the water's edge and began searching for food. It kept its body low, moving slowly, then suddenly stopped to observe. The distance narrowed as the hyena pack closed in on the approaching pack. At that moment, the honey badger lunged forward, Taban disrupting their approach and forcing the entire pack to halt cautiously. After breaking their formation, the honey badger held its position and continued to advance within close range. The hyenas watched but did not close in. After a few minutes, they gradually retreated and left the area. Despite their numerical and organizational advantage, they chose to withdraw, yielding space to a formidable opponent. In the open spaces of the Serengeti, lions hide in the tall grass, waiting for prey to come within 20 to 30 meters before pouncing. The terrain, interspersed with low bushes, makes it easy for them to ambush at close range. With the ability to adjust their tactics to each prey, lions patiently watch and wait for the opportune moment, where even the slightest movement can lead to a close-range approach. At very close range, the honey badger appeared among the low bushes, digging and observing. It kept its body low, moving slowly and pausing briefly. When the lion lowered its body and approached to investigate, the honey badger suddenly lunged forward, breaking the distance and forcing its opponent to adjust. After the approach, the honey badger did not retreat, but maintained its position and continued to advance within close range. The lion tried to approach again, but quickly stopped in the face of the continuous reaction. After a few minutes, it left the area, not continuing the confrontation and retreating, yielding the area ahead. Around tropical and subtropical river and lake systems, crocodiles congregate in the Nile, Lake Victoria, and wetlands, where low grassy banks provide a place to bask in the sun. Many species can travel far downstream, but remain close to the water's edge to maintain an ambush advantage. This secluded location, combined with short distances, means that any approach usually happens very quickly, right at the shore. Following the edge of the grass, the honey badger observed the baby crocodile on the bank. It paused briefly, then moved slowly to maintain distance. When an opening appeared, the honey badger accelerated briefly, closing in unexpectedly, cutting off the crocodile's reaction and cornering it. Having been cut off, the honey badger continued its pursuit. The baby crocodile struggled violently to escape but couldn't create a safe distance. In a short time, its escape route was blocked and it was subdued, becoming the honey badger's meal. Each time a honey badger enters a confrontation, it reflects a survival strategy honed over time. It doesn't always seek conflict, but when forced to act, its reactions are swift and calculated. It is this tenacity, adaptability, and instinct to seize opportunities that makes this animal one of Africa's most formidable adversaries, regardless of size or strength.